Alright everybody, in this video we're going to go through and we're going to configure Cart66 Lite for our website. We've already gone through and downloaded the plugin and installed it into our website. The next thing we need to do is set it up to where it will work for our needs. And this is also a fairly simple setup in terms of what we have to do. So the first thing we need to do is, you'll see on the left side here that Cart66 will have its own tab. So you click on that and it automatically by default brings you to your orders page. What we need to do is we need to get in and change the settings. So we go over here to the left side and we click on settings. First thing we need to do, it takes you to the main page, and what we found is that you don't have to do anything for the main page to make it work with your site. The only thing that you would have to look at would be a currency symbol if you're in the European Union, or if you want to change something with the thousand separator or the decimal point. But typically that's not the case for American clients, so this one you can just leave. The first one you're going to hit is the tax page, and we will set this up as if our website is going to be out of our main offices in Kansas City, Kansas. For those of you anywhere else, use it as an example. Don't follow this exactly. So our state for the tax purposes would be Kansas, and our zip code is 66049. And then the additional rate itself is 6.5 out here in the Sunflower State. This option over here, don't tax shipping. Typically we leave that alone. I haven't had an instance yet where we need to do that, but it may be the case. You will know better than I will about your own industry. But for right now, basically all you have to do is select the state, your zip code, and then the additional rate if you want to add it there. This will happen sometimes if you have a city tax that is different from the state tax. Major metropolitan areas will have to deal with this. Most often in Chicago, this tax rate for the state of Illinois, or the zip code that uses to help find the state, is going to be different than the city rate. So that's an instance where you have to pay attention to what's going on. Once we've done that, we're going to hit Save Rates, and we're going to go. Next one. Cart and checkout, we don't have to worry about this to get started with anything. So what we're going to do is just leave it be for now. The next thing we need to do is gateways. And what we're going to do, because of how we set this up so far, is you're going to be using PayPal. And we're going to use PayPal Standard. And it's very, very simple. The PayPal email is your PayPal email from before. The shopping URL is going to be your email or your website address /store. Now we haven't created this page yet, and there's a reason why. I want to show you how to do it all at once. The return URL should just be your same website address for the store. And then the notification URL, you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about the standard image. So basically you just have to put in the same URL for both these boxes and the email address here. And that's your PayPal email. Save changes. Congratulations, our settings have been changed. Next you're going to go to notifications, and this is one of the more important ones because this is what your customers see when they place an order. And so what we're going to do is just add our business name, the first one, our email address, and the second one, and what I did here was just a simple email intro, because PayPal will put in additional information about the order here. So basically all you need is a simple email address here, or an email message here. And the last thing you're going to need is a copy email too, and this is good if you have a shipping address or if you need to send this to your fulfillment department. You can add that there, and so you can do that, as well as using commas to separate addresses if you have more than one email address. So for right now we're just going to say we have one email address that we need to worry about, and we're going to go ahead and hit Save Changes. And then we're good to go there. The other two tabs, the integrations, you don't need to worry about for now. You would only get into this if you have a Amazon S3 account. This is if you would do, say, like e-videos or something like that where you wanted to deliver to people, and we can also do it that way. Debug you don't need to worry about because this is really kind of more for testing. So when you've done all that, you have configured your Cart66 shopping cart plugin, and at this point you're ready to start building products and putting them on a page. And so we're going to do that in our next video. We'll see you in a second.